guys, Coach Justin here with your workout for Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. So our prep for today is going to start with 12 forward and backward steps of bear crawls. So I'm going to get you to start on your hands and knees, dig your toes in, get your knees ever so slightly off the ground, move your opposite arm and legs together. Try to stay as still as you can in your upper torso. Once you've done your 12 steps, retrace your steps back. Some of you might find this a little bit more difficult, but take your time with it. You're going to go backwards there for 12 steps after that. Part 2 is going to be a yoga push-up. So, starting from prone plank position or prone position on the ground, get your hands underneath your shoulders. Come on up, a little bit of a cobra, dig your toes in, sit yourself up into a downward dog. Bend your knees if you have to. Stacking up in a relatively straight spine is your main goal. And then come back down to the ground and repeat. So you're going to do 8 reps of those, and finally our hamstrings, pails, and rails. You're going to set yourself up on the edge of a door or a post if you got it. Get your heel up against the post, and you are going to push your heel into the post as aggressively as you can. Push, push, push as hard as you can for 20 seconds. Following that, you're going to pull your leg away from it as hard as you can for 20 seconds. Pull, pull, pull. Right. Once you've done that, set up to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. If you find that this is a little bit too much tension for your hamstrings, you can bend your other knee that's supporting you on the ground to ease the tension a little bit. Same thing on this side. So that's our warm-up. Alright guys, so now that we're done our warm-up, we're going to do a little strength segment here with our 1 dumbbell or kettlebell or whatever you have. We're going to do a 1 leg dumbbell RDL. We've got a little bit of a wide rep scheme depending on how heavy of a weight each of you have based on your strength for each movement. But you're going to do 6 to 12 reps per side of the following. Hold the dumbbell in one hand, have your feet relatively close together. You're going to raise your one leg, the same leg of the side that you're holding the dumbbell. That leg raises, your chest falls together. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your planted leg. Stay balanced and then drive through that hip and that tension to stand yourself back up. Some common faults I'll see is a dissociation of the upper body and lower body. Some rounding of the spine. And twisting. So try to stay squared up with your hips and make sure that your hips and your hamstrings are doing the majority of the work here. So once you're done the reps on one side, you'll do the same thing, the same amount of reps that you did on your right side, on your left. Second part, you're going to do a 1 dumbbell floor press. Same thing, 6 to 12 reps depending on how challenging the weight is for you. Grab onto the dumbbell, have to lay down on the ground. You can have your feet up or down, or 1 up and 1 down. You're going to press the dumbbell up toward the ceiling. Lock out your arm. The fist is stacked on top of the shoulder. Control the weight back down. Pause on the ground with your elbow there. And repeat into the next rep. Once you've done your one side, switch over to the other side. All right. If the dumbbell that you have is a little bit too easy for you to do that, you can explore a push-up variation, right? Whether it's just a standard push-up or one-legged, or you can elevate your hands onto an object or a box, or you can elevate your feet and have your feet on an object and your hands on the ground. That would be the most difficult variation there. Right. Finally, we're going to go into a little core exercise here. It'll be written as an FM plank. You're going to set yourself up in a prone bridge position on your elbows. What I want you to do is squeeze your rib cage down towards your pelvis. Create a lot of tension in your abdomen. You're going to hold that position for 10 seconds. All right, it's okay to have a little bit of a round in your spine here because we're isometric and supported in this position. Hold that for 10, really, really squeezing tight. You're gonna rest briefly until you're ready to do your second and third repetitions for 10 seconds. And that's your strength for 4 sets. Finally, if you've got a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell. If you've got your dumbbell, you can use your dumbbell. I'll show you how to do that. We are gonna do 50 unbroken reps of kettlebell or dumbbell swings, followed by 10 plank ups. Then you're gonna do 40, followed by 10 plank ups. 30 swings, followed by 10 plank ups, and same thing for 20 and 10 swings, each followed by 10 plank ups. So, with the kettlebell, I'll just grab one real quick here. We're going to do a Russian kettlebell swing here, a little bit of space between your feet. Make sure you keep your hip hinge and your back nice and flat, and then drive through the hips to get the kettlebell fired up towards eye or shoulder level. If you are using a dumbbell, grab your dumbbell here by the big part, and all the mechanics remain the same, just holding onto the dumbbell a little bit differently than a kettlebell. Do the legs, and then fire through the hips. The idea here is that you're going to do each set of swings unbroken, so without rest. Following each set, you're going to do 10 plank ups. Right, so you're starting on your elbows in a prone bridge position, come up to a high plank, back down, switch which side you come up on. Come back down. Each time you come up and down is 1 rep, so you're going to do 5 reps on each side. Right, so you want to do that for time. Feel free to rest as needed in order to get those unbroken sets of swings. All right?